welcome in. This is a beautiful Saturday. My mic just fell in my lap, so
having a little bit of an equipment issue here, but we're good. We're going to make it work.
We are good. I've had a lot of issues this morning. I showed up an hour early thinking I was late. Thanks, Pop. Thanks. And then I freaked Casey out too because I texted her. I said, I'm running late, and I thought I was going to get here right on the time. And you're like,
I said it's 6:51 right now. Why are you texting me that you're going to be late? You're an hour away. You did so I get worried. I always because this is an hour earlier than for me to be here for Right On, and I want to make sure I'm here, and I want to make sure I show up. And I woke up at 6:15, like wanting to. Okay, this like 15 minutes before my alarm. Like, do not oversleep. Do not let Sal down. Make sure you can get there. So then when you texted me and you're like, I'm almost there, I was like, wait, what?
And I was like, I'm not letting Casey down.
I'm like in my bathroom doing my hair and makeup. I was not in any condition to even leave my house, let alone at the studio. So yeah, but okay. Fortunately, we got it right. We got it right though. So we are here on time. Welcome to Grow Your Garden with Sal.
We are just over prepped. Yeah. So y'all, thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Joshua's out right now. Graduation, right? His sister's graduating.
That's right. His sister's graduating from Presbyterian College this morning.
Ooh,
So congratulations to her.
That is so awesome. And he's also producing the show you're producing, but he's doing the extra stuff like YouTube and all. So
okay, cool.
Thank you so much, Josh. I really appreciate it. And we got something exciting going on next weekend. We're doing a live stream. Do you call it live stream or live?
I don't know what it is, so I don't know what you call it.
Okay, so we're doing live from Kev's place, and we're going to be setting up a garden afterwards.
An on-site. Yeah, you're going to do an on-site.
On-site. That's
is that next weekend, the 16th?
I think it's the 16th. That's what we've been announcing. It could change, though, because it seems like, so hopefully. But today's show I thought would be really fun about what tips do y'all have out there for Kev starting his very first garden?
Yeah, newbies. We want all the tips for the rookies, people starting a brand new garden.
Yes. And me and Casey were just talking during the break. Well, I guess it wasn't the break yet, but yeah, a break from us rushing around, but right before we went on about how quick people give up sometimes. Yeah. And I see a lot of this in the first gardeners. Like you said, the tomato didn't do right, or it fell off the vine, or one of the worst things is that people they don't let the water run through the hose, not realizing it's going to be super scalding hot, even if the hose hadn't been on, just because of the thermodynamics of the hose, and it's just going to heat up that water. And and they'll
water their garden on accident with hot water.
Yes.
Yeah, that'll be a little, these rookie mistakes. Maybe we just need to start listing out what some of these rookie mistakes might be, and then that way people can say, "Oh, okay, I did that in my first garden too." Exactly.
So I hope y'all call in. So give Kev some advice. We got 803-799-8255. Yeah, so call in. We're here, and I tell a lot of my customers, like, well, y'all just don't hush so we can call in. No, y'all come first. If that phone rings, we picking up.
Oh yeah. The calls always come first. We will stop what we're doing to pick up the phone to talk to you guys. So let's talk about the getting Kevin started. So what do you think will be the first thing y'all do next week? I mean, does he know where he wants to put this garden? Have you seen what the sunlight patterns are or anything like that? Like, what will be the first step when you get Kevin's garden ready next week?
Yeah, so when we talked last week, I was asking him about where the sun comes up, what kind of sun he has. Is it full sun? So we got a call right now. Let's
do that. Let's do that. We'll have to make good on our word and stop talking and go to the callers. Welcome into The Point.
Hey, good morning. How are you?
Good. How about you?
I'm doing great. Hey, Sally.
Hey, hon. How are you? Who am I talking to?
I'm doing good. Hey, and I'm up early. Hey.
Yay. Thank you so much.
This is Sally.
Oh, Sally. That's who I thought it was. Everybody sounds a little different in these microphones. Thank you for calling. I love seeing you and your sister yesterday. It's so fantastic.
Thank you. We had a great day. It's nice being retired and getting out and doing things on a weekday.
There you go.
So for some starter tips, I'll tell you some of the things I learned. One of the biggest things is go to Sal's and buy Sun Grow.
Yes.
Okay.
Start with good soil.
Yeah,
that's a big thing, because I did not do that the first time around. I got some stuff from a landscaping place instead. So I have replaced that with your soil, not your soil, but the SunGrow that you sell. Mm-hmm. And that has made a huge difference in the garden.
Hey, Sally.
And make sure you add some black cow with it.
That first year that you had that soil that wasn't great soil, what were the results? I mean, did things just not grow, or did they not taste great? Like, what did you experience that made you think it might be the soil?
They still grew, not as great. Once I switched to the SunGrow, it was just an amazing difference in how big and fast the plants grew.
Mm. All right, so it's a speed and quality effort there as far as
yes, it really was. It was a big difference in the quality of the soil. I didn't think it was going to make a big difference. Honestly, I didn't think so, but I was like, I'm going to try it. So, as you know, Sal, I came and got more yesterday, so I love it, and I tell everybody about it.
She did. That's really, I cannot believe people are ordering this by pallets this year. I mean, I sold 3 pallets to 3 different people. They just came in with a big trailer, and, yeah, I thought that was so awesome. And the black cow with it, too, so, yeah.
Yes. It's a good combination.
SunGrow soil with the black cow compost.
Yeah, it's great for containers. Yeah.
Yes, for sure. I'm using it for that
beds,
too.
Any of that, and it's a big old bag of SunGrow. I mean, I think I could fit in the bag. If it's
it is. It's a big bag.
Not that I'm very big, but I could definitely fit in
there. y'all get suspicious of Snuffy if Sal disappears and the bags are
exactly. It might be a body bag.
And then the other little tip I would say is when you're planting tomatoes, dig a deep hole. Add your water, a little bit of extra black cow in there, and plant it deep and lay it to the side a little bit so that it gets a good root system. It does make a difference with that.
Okay.
It does. And there's been a numbers guy who calls in Kev's show all the time. He's so awesome. Him and his wife. Him and his wife come out a whole lot. And I'm laughing a little bit because I've got some sea minerals that I made up, and if people buy a tray of tomato plants, I've been giving them some, and I handed it to her. I said, now these go with your tomato plants, and they're in a water bottle, but it says, this is sea salt, and I told her, I said, this is sea salt, and I guess she wasn't paying attention, and she opened it up, and she drank
it. No.
And she's like, she goes, something's wrong with this water. It's very, salt. No. It was hilarious. But I was going over, because they're starting their first garden, too, and I told them the tip about planting the tomatoes deep, and they sent me a picture, called me up and said that everything looked fantastic in the garden, but the tomatoes they think was shocked because they went online, they looked up, and your tomatoes can tend to get shocked. I said, did you bury them deep? They said, yes, of course, Anyway, we're going to come right back, and I'll finish the story.
We're going to run to break. We'll be right back on the other side. It's Grow Your Garden with Sal.
Don't go away. Sal, if you can. Line, I appreciate you staying on, but real quick, just to finish up what I was saying, when he sent the pictures, the tomatoes weren't actually buried really deep, so I think they dug the 8-inch hole and they filled it up with a good compost and then put them on top. But I'll be interested to find out after they reburied them deep how they're doing. So thank you so much for calling in. I really appreciate you.
Sure, no problem at all. Y'all have a good day.
Thank you, honey. And
bye-bye.
Next caller. Hey, how you doing?
Hey, good morning. I just love your show. I love to listen, and I don't call in often, but I think we went through every issue. We live over in Harbison, and you're alluding to it, and you're probably going to follow up on what I'm saying, but I work construction, and our house, I never realized, I'm from Arizona, so a lot of houses there go north, south, or east, west. And our house was like some kind of cattywampus, and I didn't really think about it as far as with the sun. So I got a bunch of block and I had an awning off a building off a Hugie, and I said, man, that will make a great greenhouse. So I took cement block and rebar, and I built this on the side of my house. I thought it was the north side, never got a compass out, never really looked at the sun. Mm-hmm. And lo and behold, once we got it growing, the sun is only there for about 4 hours.
Oh, no.
And I never thought about the time, and the other thing is, and I don't know about anybody else, but it's really different when you're building a garden in the middle of the winter or the spring. And most people that I know aren't going to do it in the middle of the summer. Mm-mm. But I do think it's important to look at it like June or July and say, what is it going to be like right here? What is it when it's really hot? Because the other thing I had was my house is just like pushing some heat off. So there was a lot of different thoughts that had to go into this. Now, the good thing is that we were able to cut down some crepe myrtles that were blocking the sun and some other things over the years. And now she's got a beautiful garden. We come to your place and get the seeds, and and we really managed to get it to work out. But I wish we could, but some things like corn just won't grow. And but like tomatoes grow great, but then the problem is we can't eat tomatoes every night. So she's got like this whole rotation at work. She trades tomatoes, and then she gets eggs because somebody has a chicken coop. So that's the other thing to kind of, if Kevin starts growing this garden, Casey, and you guys at the radio station, make sure he grows something that you guys might want, because he's going to have way too much. It's going to. So you start trying to do this barter system, but it's a lot of fun. I wish, I'm glad you're helping Kevin out because, it's a learning curve. But then again, that's why you're doing this show so that you help a lot of us out here and make us even, more fruitful, I guess you would say. So
appreciate that. And you're right. I'm going to make sure Kevin's growing only vegetables that I will actually eat because I assure you, I outsource all kinds of things, and garden vegetables is one of the things I outsource. My backdoor neighbors grow jalapenos and they grow peppers, and that's where we get our jalapenos and our peppers all summer long. So I'm going to get Kevin to grow some tomatoes and some cucumbers so that I can get those out of Kevin's garden.
I like the meme going around where they leave the gigantic zucchini. Like, be careful if you leave for too long. You're going to have people's going to leave a zucchini on your porch.
What other thing? We actually first time we ever grew cauliflower, and we got the seeds from you, and it's really cool. Mm-hmm. But the problem was that we spent all this time and love. It's almost like your little baby, mm-hmm. and then we had it, but then it doesn't grow again. And I told my wife, said, "What do you mean?" She's like, "This isn't a tomato plant. It doesn't keep sprouting cauliflower left and right. It's one." But we still have the plant in there because I just don't want to take it out. Like, well, it looks good. We're not going to have anything to eat from it, but it really looks cool. But that's the other thing.
The leaves are fantastic. But I'm the same way. A lot of times in the garden, I'm like, this thing is like, I had this lettuce that was humongous over the last few weeks. I'm like, I know I have to harvest it, but it's so pretty. It's my baby, and I've been working on it. Hey, quick question. So one thing that Kevin wants to grow is corn, and that's been the conversation for the last month at my place because corn is one of those upper level things. We had a lot of problems. The other problem we had was we did your soil, and then we put hay down because I thought it would kind of keep the ground moist, mm-hmm. and then it brought some mold to the leaves. That was another problem. Mm-hmm. But the sun just wasn't enough. And I even tried Indian corn. I'm from Arizona, and I love Indian corn. And end of the season, by the time Halloween came, I thought, wow, we could give all these different cool colored corn. But I think it's almost like, for me, I would need to do it in the front yard. Mm-hmm. And that's another thing that you need to think about is the homeowners. I live in Harbison, the homeowners association. So, you can't just put a raised bed out by the mailbox, It's just,
for a couple of reasons. One of them might be the visibility of it, right? The aesthetics of it. But the other one could be that your neighbors could walk by on their afternoon walk and just pluck some tomatoes off and take them with them. There's a real theft possibility there as well.
Be like, no, this is the newest, greatest shrub that I just got.
That's right. That's right.
All my neighbors are so relieved because when I built all this, they're asking, and that medical marijuana bill was at the state. I do a lot of stuff at State House. And I told them that I was working towards this was going to be a medical marijuana experiment to get the right seed. And
I love it.
And I have dry humor, so my wife's like, when you tell people these things, they believe you. And I said, well, the tomato kind of does look like a marijuana plant, so we'll keep this going for a while in our neighborhood, And
that's great.
Eventually they asked me, they said, was that true? I said, no,
I was so
not happening.
That's so great.
I was so glad to have Casey on here. I told her I'm not going to have my sarcasm signed today because she's a Generation Xer too.
I get it.
I was like, no, she gets it.
Let's jump on to our next call. Thank you so much, man. We appreciate it. Have a great Saturday.
All right, have a good one.
God bless. Thank you.
All right. Welcome into the point. You're on the air. Hello? Yes.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey.
Thank you for holding. We got to you. What's going on, man?
Good morning. My name is Jackson. The question is, Deduchin, how deep does your raised bed need to be for planting carrots?
For planting carrots, 24 inches would be great, 18 to 24 inches. But, you can eat carrots at any size. So don't be, if it's a small carrot, you could still plant, you could still eat it. But I would like to see, if you want a big old carrot, I would say 18, 24 inches. Hey, do you have a first tip for, do you have a tip for Kev? He's a first-time grower, Jackson.
That would be, if it rains, you don't have to water any plants the next day.
He could take the day off, right?
Yeah, not a day off, but it depends if it's black or if it's still dry. So if it's still dry, then it's time to do it again. If it's black, then wait until it's dry first before you can get the plants in the first place. And I got a funny question today.
I'd love to hear it.
What athletic drinks are you going to pour on any plant? We are at Fort Jackson for Special Olympics, South Carolina.
Woo!
We just did opening ceremonies last night, fired up the soldiers, and now we're going to do whatever it takes to go to Columbia College to swim.
All right, good for you.
14 straight. We got it. We got it.
What's the answer to the what's the answer to the question? To Gatorade. What's the joke?
No.
Jackson,
we do not pour any athletic drinks on any plant.
No, don't. What's that movie Idiocracy where they had the Gatorade, they were squirting the crops and they couldn't figure out why the crops weren't growing?
So they were using the Gatorade.
Because they were using the Gatorade. I love it. Jackson, I hope you have a very fantastic day, and thank you for all you're doing for the troops and for the Special Olympics. I am so proud of you, and for calling in the show.
Yeah, great. Look, and good luck today, man. We hope you have a successful race today.
Thank you. Got the 100 meter coming up. I'll be competing probably on the 4th or 5th event, so I'm starting early.
That's great. That's great. Well, good luck to you, and give us a call next week and let us know how it went.
Thank you, ma'am.
God bless you, honey.
Yeah, baby. All right. And we got one more call.
Woohoo! Hey. How you doing? Hey, thank you for calling in.
Certainly.
Oh, I know who this is. This is Joshua's favorite, Sherry.
Yes, it is.
Good morning, Sherry.
I'm all caught up in this race over here in Forest Acres, so bear with me.
Oh.
So I have a suggestion, well, a couple of suggestions for Josh.
Mm-hmm.
Do not plant your, not
Kev.
for Josh, for Kevin. Well, for both of them, really.
Big Josh.
Yeah, for both. Yeah.
Big Josh and little Josh. Well,
Big
I don't
Josh,
know.
Big Kevin, little Kevin. Yeah. So what they need to do not plant your peppers with your tomatoes because they do not require near the amount of watering that tomatoes do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good hint. I didn't even think about that.
Yep. Don't overthink it. I'm of a certain age, a good bit older than you. Well, I don't care. I'm 62. So I've had a garden all my life. My grandfather had a garden when we were growing up, and I've just carried it on. And you've seen my yard, it just gets bigger and bigger every year. I think I'm up to 21 raised beds now, and that doesn't include my blueberries and grapes and
she don't have a big yard either.
Man, that's amazing.
No, it's about 3/4 of an acre, which is huge in Forest Acres, but there's other buildings on it, so there's not a huge area. But just don't overthink it, whether you're Kev or anybody else try it out for the first time. Start small. Use pots or get a small raised bed. Don't try to do everything at one time. if you want to do multiple things, do little amounts of multiple things. Don't go crazy like me. I already have, where did I get a flat of tomatoes from you the other day? So I have 20-something, however many tomatoes, and that's not including the few that I
started
I'm an enabler
at
home that I'll be putting in the ground, in a couple of weeks. So yes, you are an enabler, but that's okay. That's why it's a good way, because you're keeping me healthy. So
how's that mutated plant? How's that? How's that? I gave her a pepper plant that it actually had like a couple white leaves on it, and like a mutation. And I gave it to her to take care of. And hey, we got a little break coming up, but hang on, Sherry, because I want to talk to you about this. Okay, honey?
Yeah, hold tight, Sherry.
Right.
Bye. And we're talking about what Kevin needs to consider when starting his own first garden.
Yeah.
And we were talking about that mutated pepper plant. Now, my friend... mutated. It's a mutant. It's a mutant pepper. Roland said they normally don't survive, but it's going to be kind of interesting. So, we're going to try it, right?
Yeah, well, we were looking online about what to do with it, because peppers love full sun, but mutated ones do not.
Oh.
So I'm going to put it in a pot that I can move around, so it gets morning sun, but not afternoon sun.
It's an underground. It's an underground. No sun
right?
vampire mutated. Hey, Casey was just talking about topics about the writing.
Yeah.
That's a whole story we can
There you go. I'll be interested to see what color peppers it produces, if it does any. So.
Yeah.
I'll keep it close enough where it can pollinate with the others, but like I said, I'm gonna put it in a pot just so it doesn't burn up, in the heat of the summer. So we'll see. I mean, hey, it's worth a try. And that's what gardening is about, Kev. If you're listening, you just try it and you learn from your mistakes. I can't tell you how many times I've killed things that I thought were doing right. Sal's a wealth of information, and I've been her customer for I don't even know how long, since she was at George's store. So I've learned a lot.
And sometimes I'm full of a lot of cow manure.
I was like, oh, that's why I'm doing it wrong. That's why it dies. Okay.
So get help is some of Sherry's advice. Is if you're worried about your garden, just go ask for help before it's too late.
Exactly. It's better. This is one instance where it's better to ask for help than forgiveness or admit that, I really
you want to intervene early. Get that early intervention going on. Yeah.
Y'all have been a great show this morning. I've enjoyed the tips I've heard. So.
Oh, well, great. Thank you.
We've a lot of great tips.
We've had a lot of great calls. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we've got phone lines open, folks. So give us a call, 803-799-8255.
Y'all have a great day.
Thanks, Sherry. You too.
Thank you.
21 raised beds. That's a lot.
And
it feels like a lot of care. But she said, what I loved about her comment was that it keeps her healthy. It keeps her outside. It keeps her working, keeps her doing something. I mean, this really is a great hobby to have especially if you're looking at retirement and you're thinking, what am I going to do with my days? The caring for a garden and caring for growing things
gets you off of this and watching nothing but, bad news, fake news, real news, everything going on that you get so frustrated about. When you start gardening, you're going to stop all that and you're going to start watching more of like gardening shows and learning. And you need to stay in tune to everything, but making it your whole focus of your emotional. Get outside. Even Jose was talking about the grounding and how he wanted to talk to Josh about grounding and being out in the dirt and feeling it. It's very, very important, very soothing, challenging. So. Well,
and two, I think, there's a renewal piece to that. I mean, when you can see how the earth renews itself, how plants grow, like even just watching the leaves come back every spring reminds you that like all the chaos that we're experiencing, all the digital nonsense that's going on, really the earth is just going to continue to go through its cycles of growth and renewal. And so there's not really anything to get too bogged down by. There's not anything that's really that important or that permanent that it should take you down.
Exactly. And also you can help me with this, but there's a famous quote about the difference between, having the knowledge and doing. Like, because you can go onto YouTube and you a lot of stuff is garbage, or you can do AI. We had Joshua pull up AI and ask them basic garden questions. It was completely wrong stuff.
Really?
Yeah, it was really bad.
Because it's reading the internet, and the internet's bad stuff too.
Yes, exactly. So getting out there and really learning, that good soil makes a big difference. Topsoil is not garden soil.
Right.
One good thing about the sun grow that Jackson had pointed on is that it looks brown when it needs water. So it actually kind of changes the colors, and then you can, know to water it, and then it turns black. So you can actually look at it. And I also taught him to stick his finger down into the soil about an inch and see, is it water? Because I would rather see stuff not watered enough than overwatered.
Okay.
So that's one of my biggest tips. And, don't over-love your plants. Like, you can love them to death. So if you're out there with that water hose all the time, it's going to be a problem. But then again, if you forget to water and it gets hot July, you're, backing up. So I got a lot of people working on some stuff for Kev. Tom came and took some 5-gallon buckets. So we figured out for Kevin the best place, any garden. I like planting tomatoes above the ground. Mm-hmm. And I think it'd be a lot easier for a first-time gardener for this. And then later, if he wants to start plowing, because I don't really know how big of a yard he has either.
Right.
If he wants to plow, does he want, what kind of, dirt you have? Do you have clay? What, So there's still a lot of ifs, ands, and buts, and won't know till we get there. But to start with tomatoes, we've got a 15-gallon bucket. And the bucket is one of the nice black buckets because I didn't want to get something that was ugly, in his yard, Yeah, I'm sure because he doesn't like dirt in the studio, so let's not have, ugly pots. But then, because I use 55-gallon drums cut in half, and they're all bright blue, like an obnoxious blue. But once the plants start growing, it's pretty. But for a little while, it's ugly.
Right.
So what we did, this was a collaboration between a whole lot of different people coming together. We did a modified wicking system. We got a 15-gallon, like what a tree would come in at Lowe's, pretty much. Oops, big box store.
Right.
Sorry. I broke my own rule. And then we put the 5-gallon bucket in there. We cut one, put the 5-gallon bucket in there, and then we're going to fill it up with the good sun grow and the cow. The sun grow just makes it all nice and fluffy. And then the compost has got your food, your microorganisms, and it holds the moisture in there. We're going to mix it all up and put the 5-gallon bucket in the middle. Cut. It's not completely 5 gallons, and it's just going to hold in a little bit more water for him.
Okay.
Because if not, he's going to be watering all the time. The other idea is getting a pool and putting the buckets in the pool, where the pool might be a little tacky, like a little kiddie pool.
Right.
And then also you're going to be worried about mosquitoes, but we do have mosquito dunks that you can put in there that just affects the mosquitoes. I don't know if it's certified organic, but it doesn't hurt any other organisms. So yeah, there's just so much you've got to think about.
I want to talk about these mosquito dunks. So yeah. we have a screened-in porch on the backyard, and it's not the upper part of it is screened, right? But it's a wood planks, and there's not any screen underneath the wood planks. So we do end up with mosquitoes that get in through the bottom, right?
Yeah.
They come up and get in, and we just use like citronella candles and things like that when we're out there. But there are times in the summertime where the mosquitoes are just awful. Like it's just it's too bad to even be out there on the screened-in porch.
Yeah.
What do you recommend for? I mean, it's a dry environment, but like, what would you recommend for us just sitting out there? I mean, is there something that we can do to try to make that environment a little bit easier on us? Yes,
and also supporting the bees, because that's if you go and spray everything, you're potentially killing everything. But there is a item. It's called a dino trap. I do not sell them. You have to look them up online.
Okay.
Pretty affordable. Depending on your yard, 78 to like $150. Well worth it. My first one I had last 6 years. I just threw that in the garbage can, which Pop got out of the garbage can. And then threw it back in, and it got back out. I'm like, Pop, so now I wrapped it up so Pop can't get it back out. I'm like, no, I think he just wants to cut the plug off. But anyway, life on the farm. It was snuff. But anyway, you turn it on, it's got like this carbon monoxide, like little light that gives off, and it attracts the moths, which are bad at night for your garden because they lay the different eggs on stuff that will eat your crops.
Okay.
But also it brings it traps all those mosquitoes.
Okay.
And it is fabulous.
Where would we put it?
I wouldn't put it right up against where you're at, but just within 10 feet. But it'll attract them to it, and it's got a little motor that sucks them in. It is electric.
Okay.
So you do need to have power to it. And another thing I'm telling people, you know how our grandparents, because we're about the same age, the grandparents back in the day had those bug zappers.
Yeah, they would hang them on the porch.
Yes.
Yeah.
Turn them on at night, and because the squash vine borer is a little moth, and it lays an egg on your squash, and then the squash bug goes into there and eats up everything. Put that up near the garden, and it's going to be zap, zap, zap. It's one of the best tools I've ever found.
Okay.
And it's just everybody used to have one. And the toads would love you too, because as they pop down, the toads eat them.
So you'll end up with a lot of frogs coming by there to get those dead bugs.
Exactly. But it really, and you don't have to leave it on during the day, so you're not getting butterflies and stuff. But I really hadn't seen any butterflies fly into that. It's more like
they're
moths
smarter than that,
and mosquitoes. Yeah. So exactly. They might be. I think they live such for a little life. They're like, no, I'm going to get pollen.
Right. I only got 24 hours to live. I'm not going to waste it. All right.
Go away from the light.
All right. We've got another caller.
Hey, hon.
Good morning. I want to wish all you ladies a happy Mother's Day to start with. And my second,
thanks.
You're all quite welcome. You're talking about bugs and different laying eggs and all. Have you ever heard or tried putting soap and squirting a soap foam on the plant? That'll kill bugs also.
Yeah, it does really good. I hadn't seen it do very good for those squash bugs, the shield bugs, stink bugs. Them things, nothing to kill them except for stuff that you would not want to put on your plant. But yeah, a lot of the aphids that works on. Yeah, I've used it. I will say beetles, I don't think it works as good. Is there certain, what have you seen it work good on?
All my tomato plants and pepper plants, and also on flowers. I put the orange colored flowers you put in the garden to
marigolds.
Yeah, marigolds. That works good on that. So I just heard y'all, but you said a stink bug's what you're talking about.
Well, all kind of bugs, but that's probably I think. Well, other than the squash vine borer, they call it shield bugs or stink bugs. They're like they look like a little shield. Now, them things are horrible. I cannot stand them. But I will say that
smell good.
Go ahead.
They smell good after you smash them too.
I know. Do not have your mouth open. I've done that before when I was smashing one. Oh, it's nasty. It's really, really bad.
All right, we appreciate you. Thank you so much for calling in. Have a great day.
You're welcome.
Thank you. We'll be right back. So anyway, thank you for calling. We've had a big show. This has been so exciting.
Yeah, we've had lots of folks call in, which is great. And I was asking you for some help. Give me the name of that product again that I can do for the mosquitoes in my backyard.
It's called a Dino Trap.
A Dino Trap.
DYNOTRAP, I believe.
Dino Trap, okay.
Yeah.
But it has to be connected to power.
It does have to be connected to
power. So it needs to be close enough to the house that I can run an extension cord to it.
Yeah. Y'all that's another thing. Please be safe with electronics outside. There's another thing you can buy for extension cords, and it's a cover. It's really cheap, like $2, and it fits from an extension cord onto the other cord and just keeps the water out. So be safe. That's another thing. You don't want an extension cord going out to the garden. I don't want to be responsible for electrocuting nobody. No. Hey, but I forgot about Mother's Day. Well, I didn't, because I got a whole bunch of baskets, but I forgot about this morning to mention it on air. We've got these beautiful hanging baskets, y'all, and they're only $22 to $28, depending on how big you got.
Wow.
We've got hydrangeas for $25 in big pots. We've got roses. 3 different rows. Well, it's all the same rows, but anyway, we've got a lot of different things for your mom. We also have some beautiful hanging baskets with strawberries just hanging down. They're ready to eat. Your mom can eat them, like, seriously.
Nice.
Tomorrow. So.
Those sound wonderful.
And we're open 11:30 to 3 today.
Okay.
So come down, get your mom some tomato plants. We got a special, too. If you buy anything in the store, you get a free 4-pack of anything of your choice in there. So, yeah.
Well, I'm gone all day. Like I said, I'm going out to Lexington and then down to Barnwell, but I may send your address over to my kid and make sure she comes by there and buys my gift. Yay! I'll probably have to put money in her bank account so she can do it, but it's fine. It's fine. But yeah,
not too much, though. It's just such
when you
a great
think about things like the price gouging that happens around these kinds of holidays. I mean, if you go today to buy that Mother's Day card or those flowers at the the Kroger, what are they, a florist or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like all the prices for those things are all a lot higher than they were a week ago or 2 weeks ago. And so I like that you've got let's go, number one, support a local farm.
Yep.
Number 2, get something that's locally grown, right? So you know it's going to be good for our environment. And then number 3, you're not spending $90 on something that is a $22 plant.
Exactly.
Spend the price that's actually the value that's actually worth. Yeah.
And the hanging baskets came local. From a greenhouse in Winsboro, and the other items, the hydrangeas and the roses, came local too from a place in Fairfield County. So keeping it local, supporting our business, because we're not right on the main road. So we need advertisement, shout outs, and to keep reminding people, come on in.
Yeah, so, give them that address so they make sure they get where they need to go.
Yeah, it's Grow Your Garden with Sal. It's 113 Hilltop Drive in Columbia. It's North Columbia. It's kind of in between Eau Claire and Blythewood. So you can take 21 or 321. We're right off I-20, exit 70 or 71, whichever way you are. About 15 minutes from everywhere. Yeah. So 15 minutes from West Columbia, Harbison. So it's a great location. You can come play with the pigs. We have guinea pigs.
You still have the H&J cattle in your freezer, too.
We do, yes. 10% off. Yeah, so get down to the store. We clean it out so they can harvest another cow and fill it back up.
Came by there a couple weeks ago and filled my, the challenges. So yesterday was Charlie's birthday. The challenge for me yesterday was I had already bought a whole bunch of H&J cattle from you.
You did.
And I was like, man, I should have waited till his birthday. And then I could have been like, here's your happy birthday.
That would have been, because you could have done a whole big basket.
Frozen meat. Like, here you go. But yeah, our freezer, we've got one of those big industrial freezers at our house, and it's just chock full of H&J cattle. We can't wait to break into each of those pieces and make delicious meals out of them. You know what a good cook my husband is. So, that's awesome. Yeah, I think I'll do it. I'll send Holly over to see you on Hilltop Drive today. She doesn't have anything else going on.
That would be fantastic.
Have her come and get some plants for me. That would be awesome. And the strawberries, of course. I made strawberry dump cake for Charlie yesterday.
Oh.
Yeah, this is not in any way.
That wasn't a hint, though.
No, this is not in any way like organic or growing or anything. Like this is like straight out of the can and boxed recipe. But it was so good, and I hadn't had it since like college. I was so happy. I was like, man, I can't remember the last time I had a really good dump cake. All right, we got a call.
Yay!
Let's jump over to the phone lines. Welcome into The Point.
Hey, hon.
Hello. Turn your radio down. We're on a little bit of a delay there.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, hon. How are you doing?
Good.
Hey, did you have a question? Can you speak up a little bit? Or did you have some advice for Kevin?
It's Noah.
Noah! Hey! Noah has been helping out just about every Thursday afternoon, coming down, and we planted peppers, and he harvested. So right now we're harvesting the last of our winter crops, right? And y'all got some lettuce to take home and eat.
And some turnips. And some turnips.
And some turnips. Did you like the turnips?
We haven't cooked them yet. We haven't cooked them yet.
Oh, okay. And he got the little tiny baby ones, which actually is a delicacy. That's a hard word for me to say. Noah, what's your favorite thing about gardening? Was it that big old worm we found?
Yeah.
That was pretty.
Is that your favorite part? No.
No. Okay. What is your favorite part?
What did you like doing the best? Petting the donkeys.
Petting the donkeys. How about playing with the poop that we had to put in the garden from the donkey?
No,
that wasn't your spot.
I mean, you're selling it hard here, Sal. Like, there's worms, there's poop to play with. Like, I mean, I don't know why any kid wouldn't be like jumping up and down to come hang out at the farm.
I know, right? So, do you have a hint for Kev? What would you say? Brand new gardeners, what's something that he needs to know? What's something you learned?
that poop makes better.
Poop makes it grow?
Mm-hmm.
It does. Yeah, it does. Cow manure, donkey manure.
Well,
yeah.
Kevin's lucky because he's got a lot of manure.
He is full of.
He's full of it. He's absolutely full of it. So it's going to be good for him. He'll be able to grow a good garden if poop makes things grow.
It will. Noah, I am so proud of you for calling in and helping out at the garden. I enjoy our time.
Well, his Yaya is sitting right beside him, beaming with this great big smile on her face. It's kind of silly looking.
Happy Mother's Day, Mom and Yaya.
Thank you. I just want to tell you thanks, Sal. You have been amazing for our family. It's something that Noah asked for, wants to know when we're going. And that's a challenge for Noah. He doesn't express things as well as others may, but he really enjoys going out there.
Oh, and I love him so much. And he can drive. Like, he got in that golf cart. I didn't have to do anything. I mean, he can't reach the gas pedal, so, and the tractor too. I mean, and yeah, I was so amazed. What a talent.
It's great how empowering it can be to be doing that work.
He did reach the gas pedal.
He says he did reach the gas pedal.
He did reach it. I just didn't trust him with the gas pedal after Josh's incident. Josh getting a speeding ticket on the golf cart.
Josh is a college kid, too.
Yeah, exactly. He hadn't returned to the farm since he got a speeding ticket on the golf cart. So
that's hilarious.
Well, we love you, Noah. Thank you so much.
Thanks, y'all, for calling in. Have a great Mother's Day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Oh, man.
That was really sweet. That's really sweet.
We just have such a fun time at the farm. We're talking about pigeons and birds, and we have doves. And we had a kid come up there that hardly ever, the mom says, he's not going to talk to you. Mm-hmm. He's just not going to talk. Well, I had some birds, and I was releasing the pigeons. And he came up to me, and because y'all were talking about this, I think last week or week before last, he comes up to me, and he goes, birds aren't real. And I had just learned, this is a couple years ago, I had just learned about the conspiracy theory. No, he said pigeons are not real.
Pigeons aren't real.
He said they're drones. They're sent over here to spy on you. And his mom's eyes got this big. First of all, that he was talking. But second of all, and talking to a stranger, but she goes, we're not that kind of family. I don't know where he got that from. And he just turns, he goes, YouTube. I was like, I think I'm gonna have to start monitoring the YouTube.
Yeah, you think, Mom?
But really, when the kids come up there and they've got some issues here and there with, especially, I'd see this whole generation coming up that don't have the facial expressions. They're like, because they're all on their phone, they're not doing talk to talk.
Right.
They don't know to keep their open posture if you want to talk to somebody.
Right.
They don't know not to turn their back sometimes on people, or look them in the eye and not look straight down. Mm-hmm. And gardening just gets you working together and working with animals too. You get you in the ground, and and this is what I really like to do. I've liked working with the special needs group with Pendergrass. I've liked working with these other students coming in. Some people from DSS that went, came out of there. This is what this farm's about.
Right.
Yeah. So, I make $2 an hour, but I feel like I'm making a gigantic, difference.
What a huge impact, though, Sal. I had no idea that you guys were lending your farm to those kinds of efforts, because that's really what you're doing. I mean, your farm is your livelihood and it's your family's legacy, and yet you're making it available to folks you don't know, who don't really know what they're doing, right? So they're kind of rookies, and yet you're making it available to them for their learning and their growth and their enrichment. I think that is what a joyous gift for you to give, and I'm just so grateful to you. I think that's amazing.
And I learned more about myself, and I learned so much more from them than I think that I teach sometimes. So it's great. So y'all come out to the farm today, 11:30 to 3, pick up some presents. So thank you so much for tuning in. We love y'all all, and get gardening.
Veterans and